Good grief. Why do they never go in for me? Hi everyone, yeah, back again. And I'm doing a 7 Inches of Joy video. Been a while since I did one of these. I thought, yeah, about time. The reason I got kick-started into doing this was I watched John Downing's video this afternoon, and how he said that there was somebody who said that disco sucked. Just straight out sucked. And I thought, I don't know who it was. And I thought, what absolute bollocks. So, I don't know if you remember, but about, I think it was January, I picked up a whole load of 7-inch singles. There was boxes and boxes of them. Go and look at 7 Inches of Joy number 7, I think, if you can't remember or you haven't seen it. I'll link it somewhere. Now in there were all kinds of singles, all kinds of stuff. I had all kinds of stuff, and I'm slowly working my way through them as I clean them. And there was an awful lot of disco. So I have listened to them once, but I've spent the afternoon listening to them again, and I had a wonderful time. Disco is joyous music. It is joyous, to be honest. It's fun music. Now, a lot of what I listen to can be quite miserable, cynical, skeptical, kind of, yeah, not the most joyous music. But disco, it is joyful music, and I feel happier after I've listened to a decent disco tune, I must admit. And to be honest, without disco, I don't know where the current state of electronica would be. I think there was an awful lot of experimentation that went on in mainstream disco music. And without that going on, yeah, electronica would be a completely different kettle of fish at the moment. Right, so, of course not all disco's like that. Some of it's just like a fun pop song. And the first one we've got here, now most of these made the top 40 in the UK about, between 77 and maybe about 1980. I think there's one that didn't, which is a surprise actually. I didn't, because I looked it up and I thought, oh, it didn't, okay. So the first one I got is Just Let Me Do My Thing by Sign. So you've got, obviously they couldn't read the label there because whoever owned it before had to do that. It is released in, now I've got my thing over here, summer of 78. Fantastic disco stomper. This is full of, it's just stomping disco without many lyrics, to be honest. I mean, people might complain about the lack of lyrical content on disco, but then they don't complain about T-Rex at times. I mean, he was sort of conservative with his lyric. Mark Bolan was fairly conservative with his amount of lyrics he wrote at times. So, I don't get that. But this is fantastic. You've got a decent 3-minute version on one side. But then you've got this fantastic 6-minute version. Yes. I think it's a long version. It's a disco version. It's a longer version. It's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a playlist of all these records I'm doing, and there'll be a little eye sort of here somewhere, and if you click on that, it will take you to the playlist. So there you go. So that's fantastic. So that made number 33 in the summer of 78. Fantastic start. I was gobsmacked when I first heard this one. This is an incredible single. So this is Beaten Up Sleeve. It's on Cotillion, which I think was a kind of a dance. But this is Supernature by Cerrone. This is incredible. This is the second best disco record I've ever heard. Second only to I Feel Love. This is amazing. It's got lyrics about the danger of violating nature, which is quite apt at the moment. It's got this pulsating, Marauder-esque synth line going all the way through it. Fantastic, gorgeous female vocals. Fabulous beat. This is just amazing. Obviously, Alison Goldfrapp likes this song so much, she named her, is it her third or fourth album after this song? Or she didn't cover it, but she did name drop Cerrone in one of the lyrics, or one of the titles to one of the songs on that album. And that album's fantastic. So this is fantastic. This reached number 8 in the summer of '78. The B-side's pretty good as well. Sweet Drums, which is kind of like, it seems like it's a sort of somebody's programmed some drums. I think it's a drum machine, maybe an early drum machine, and then put some sort of keyboard swoops that sound like wind. So it sounds like there's a hurricane going on while somebody's doing a drum solo, or a gale going on. So it's actually pretty good. It's better than it sounds. So that's that one. Right, it's just straight up pop disco, this one. So you've got I Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet by Gonzalez on Sidewalk. Maybe I should put the... There we go. So, You Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet reached number 15. And I'm sure it's been re-released and got higher than that. Because I read... Or somebody covered it? Not sure. But spring of '79, it reached number 15. Dancing around your living room music. This is great stuff. It's just a brilliant pop song, to be honest. Absolutely fantastic. So that was that one. Right. Absolute corker next, and it's not because of the A side. So let's get this round. Right, on Casablanca, otherwise home of Kiss. So on Casablanca, we've got, now this is Tears Are Not Enough, which is the single by Barbra Streisand and Donna Summer, which reached number 3 in late '79. But on the B-side is possibly Donna Summer's and Giorgio Moroder's second greatest collaboration. I haven't heard everything they've ever done, but this is blooming marvellous. A song called Lucky. It's got that shimmering Moroder pulse running all the way through it. And more less sexy and more angelic vocals from Donna Summer, I would say, than I Feel Love. Obviously, everything they ever recorded is going to get compared to that song, but this runs it a mighty close second. I think this is absolutely wonderful. So there we go. Fantastic cover, disco covers, they happened. Knock on Wood was one. I'm sure there's others that I come to mind, I can't think of one. But a fantastic one that I really liked, and I remember from when it was a hit in '78, reached top 5, is this one, which is Eruption, and a cover of Ann Peebles' I Can't Stand the Rain. I remember this so well. Absolutely fantastic cover. I think the vocals by Precious Wilson on this. Yeah, Eruption featuring Precious Wilson. Great performance, vocally. Frank Farian production. I mean, he was a disco king with a lot of what Boney M did. So, yeah, and the B-side is Be Yourself, which is a damn fine funky disco tune. Absolutely damn fine. I might have to stick that on the playlist. Really good stuff. Absolute classic from '81. Disco lasted into the early '80s. It got a bit formulaic at times, but you got the odd things thrown up, and this is going back to my roots. Going back to my roots, with helpful label written on there again. Excellent. That's the beginning of this was sampled, wasn't it? That fat man. Oh, what was his name? Oh, I'm sure it's a sample of the beginning of this. I'm sure somebody will let me know down there. But it's quite a famous sample of the beginning of this, but this is a great song. All about black liberation, black knowledge, and it's brilliant. Right, up next we got a single by Dan Hartman. I actually do own his album. It's a really good dancey album. But here I got a copy of Instant Replay, which is the big hit off that. Funny enough, this single and the whole album featured the guitar playing of one Vinnie Vincent. So there we go. Obviously good enough for old Vinnie before he joined Kiss. So splendid stuff. Absolutely top notch. Really good up-tempo disco tune from, when did this come out? Number 8 in 78. Late 78 this was. So there we go. Absolutely splendid stuff. A few more left. Yeah, the next one didn't actually hit the chart. It was released in 1980. It's by Sister Sledge, and it was off the follow-up to the big album We Are Family. And this has got Easy Street. So this is off the follow-up album, again produced by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards. Got to Be Somebody. Is that right? I think that's right. So you got Easy Street. Easy Street and How to Love. Kind of slowies. You know, you got the odd disco tune that was kind of slow. That was a slower tempo, because you do need to have a bit of a close-up dance sometimes. But it's good, but not in the same league as the stuff of We Are Family, which was a milestone in disco music, to be honest. But it's a good single. This was great. I really enjoyed listening to this. So this is B-side, not so much, but the A-side, Boogie On Up by Rokoto, or Rokoto? Not sure how you say that. Real get down and boogie track. Get down and get with it. This scraped into the top 40 in late 1977 at number 40. Possibly should have got higher. This is a great track. I loved listening to this. This was fantastic. And one more. So in 1980, the Gap Band hit with, I can't stand it, with Oops Upside Your Head. I hate it. I really hate that song. Just for the bad memories it brings back of late 80s discos. Oh my life. But this, so the A side is pretty mediocre, sort of mid-tempo, ballady, sort of boring, bland song called nothing to do with Thin Lizzy. The Boys Are Back in Town. But on the B side is actually a pretty funky disco-y track with a great hand-clapping beat to it. Really makes you want to get up and dance. Really good song. Stepping Out. So I really recommend that. Obviously, Gap Band, best known for Oops Upside Your Head and other travesties, but maybe they did the odd good tune, and this is one of them. I love this song. This is a great song to listen to. So there you go. 10 great disco songs. Hope you check out the playlist. I'll put another link up here at the end of the video. And thanks everybody if you listened to me waffling on for the last, 15 or so minutes. Thanks everybody. Bye for now. Bye.